Fulham versus Manchester United. Redemption mission after Arsenal defeat. Will Amorim's new attack finally click? Welcome to United News, your most trusted source for everything Manchester United. While other outlets give you gossip and guesswork, we bring you the real analysis that matters. Our team of dedicated United fans and football experts work around the clock to give you the insights you need about every match, every player, and every tactical decision that affects our beloved Red Devils. When you want the truth about United, you come to us first. The hook that changes everything. Picture this moment. It is Sunday afternoon at Craven Cottage. Manchester United are lining up for their second game of the season. In the stands, thousands of United fans are hoping for redemption after a frustrating opening day defeat. On the pitch, three new attacking stars are ready to show what they can really do together. But here is the question that will define this match. Will Ruben Amorim's expensive new front three finally click? Will Benjamin Šeško grab his first Premier League goal? Can United bounce back from that painful Arsenal loss with a statement performance? The answers to these questions could determine not just this game, but the entire direction of United's season. This is more than just another Premier League match. This is United's chance to prove they are ready to compete at the highest level again. Introduction. Why this match matters more than you think. Sunday's trip to Fulham might look like a routine fixture on paper. But for Manchester United, this game carries massive significance. The opening day defeat to Arsenal left more questions than answers. The new signings showed promise but no goals. The defense looked shaky again. The goalkeeper situation remains unclear. Now United face their first real test of character under Amorim. Can they respond to disappointment with the kind of performance that shows they mean business this season? Can the attacking trio of Mbeumo, Cunha, and Šeško finally deliver the goals that United desperately need? Fulham away is never easy. Marco Silva has built a solid team that knows how to make life difficult for bigger clubs. Craven Cottage can be a tricky place to visit. But for United, this represents the perfect opportunity to get their season properly started. The pressure is on. The fans are expecting a response. The new players need to show they were worth the money. And Amorim needs to prove his tactics can deliver results when it matters most. Let me take you through everything you need to know about this crucial fixture. From tactical analysis to player predictions, from team news to betting odds, we have got everything covered. This is your complete guide to United's redemption mission. The Arsenal defeat, what went wrong and what we learned. Before looking ahead to Fulham, we need to understand what happened against Arsenal. That 1-0 defeat told us a lot about where United are right now and what they need to improve. The goal that beat United came from a corner kick. Ricardo Calafiori got his head to the ball and found the net. It was a simple goal that could have been prevented with better defending. This kind of defensive mistake has been hurting United for too long. But the Arsenal game was not all negative. Far from it. In fact, there were plenty of reasons for United fans to feel optimistic about what is coming next. The new attacking players showed real promise. Mbeumo was constantly causing problems down the left wing. His pace and direct style of play stretched the Arsenal defense in ways they clearly did not enjoy. Every time he got the ball, something interesting happened. Cunha impressed with his work rate and link-up play. He dropped deep to collect the ball and tried to bring his teammates into the game. His pressing was also noticeable. He worked hard to win the ball back when Arsenal had possession. Šeško might not have scored, but he showed why United paid big money to bring him in. His movement was intelligent and his aerial ability was obvious. The chances will come for him if he keeps playing like that. The problem was not the attacking play. The problem was finishing the chances and defending set pieces. These are issues that can be fixed with time and practice. The foundation for good performances is clearly there. Amorim was right when he said his team played with aggression and excitement. They were never boring to watch. Now they need to add goals and clean sheets to that entertaining style of play. Meet the new front three, United's secret weapons. Let me tell you about the three players who could transform United's season. These are not just expensive signings. These are carefully chosen players who fit exactly what Amorim wants from his team. Bryan Mbeumo arrived from Brentford with a reputation as one of the most exciting wingers in the Premier League. At 25 years old, he brings experience and maturity along with his obvious talent. His pace is frightening for defenders to deal with. What makes Mbeumo special is his directness. He does not mess around with fancy tricks or unnecessary touches. When he gets the ball, he attacks the defender immediately. He wants to get to the byline and create chances for his teammates. Against Arsenal, we saw exactly what Mbeumo can bring to United. He was constantly running at their defenders. He stretched their back line and created space for other players. Once he settles in completely, the goals and assists will start flowing. Matheus Cunha came from Wolves, where he was their most important player. At 25, he is entering the prime years of his career. His technical ability is excellent and his work rate is exactly what Amorim demands from his players. Cunha can play different positions across the front line. This flexibility gives Amorim more tactical options during games. He can drop deep to help with build-up play or push forward to support the striker. His pressing from the front is also crucial to how United want to play. The most interesting thing about Cunha is his intelligence. He sees passes that other players miss. He makes runs that create space for teammates. These qualities might not show up in statistics immediately, but they make the whole team better. Benjamin Šeško is the signing that has United fans most excited. At just 21, he already looks like a complete striker. His height gives United a different option in attack, but he is much more than just a target man. Šeško's movement in the box is already impressive for such a young player. He knows where to be when crosses come in. He can hold the ball up for teammates or make runs in behind the defense. This variety makes him very difficult to mark. His finishing ability was proven in the Bundesliga with RB Leipzig. The Premier League is a step up, but everything we saw against Arsenal suggests he can handle the challenge. His first goal is coming soon. Tactical analysis: how Amorim wants United to play. Understanding Ruben Amorim's tactics is crucial to predicting how United will perform this season. The Portuguese manager has a clear philosophy about how football should be played. Amorim wants his team to press high up the pitch. This means the front three work together to win the ball back as soon as possible after losing it. Against Arsenal, we saw glimpses of this system working well. The pressing starts with the striker. Šeško puts pressure on the center-backs to force them into mistakes or hurried passes. Then Mbeumo and Cunha close down the wide areas to stop easy balls out to the fullbacks. Understanding Ruben Amorim's tactics is crucial to predicting how United will perform this season. The Portuguese manager has a clear philosophy about how football should be played. Amorim wants his team to press high up the pitch. This means the front three work together to win the ball back as soon as possible after losing it. Against Arsenal, we saw glimpses of this system working well. The pressing starts with the striker. Šeško puts pressure on the center-backs to force them into mistakes or hurried passes. Then Mbeumo and Cunha close down the wide areas to stop easy balls out to the fullbacks. When this pressing works properly, United can win the ball high up the pitch and create chances immediately. This is much more effective than sitting back and waiting for the opposition to make mistakes. In possession, Amorim wants his team to be direct and purposeful. No passing for the sake of passing. Every ball should have a clear intention behind it. This suits the players United have signed perfectly. Mbeumo provides the width and pace to stretch defenses. Cunha gives creativity and intelligence in the final third. Šeško offers a focal point for crosses and through balls. Together, they give United multiple ways to hurt opponents. The key is getting these three players working as a unit. They need to understand each other's movements and preferred positions. This chemistry will develop over time, but the signs from the Arsenal game were encouraging. Defensively, Amorim expects his attacking players to work hard. They cannot just wait for the ball to come to them. They must help the team win it back. This commitment to defensive work was clear against Arsenal. The goalkeeping situation, a problem that needs solving. While everyone talks about United's new attackers, the goalkeeping situation remains a major concern. The mistake that cost United against Arsenal has highlighted this issue again. Altay Bayındır was at fault for the Arsenal goal. His positioning for the corner was poor, and he failed to deal with a cross that should have been routine for a Premier League goalkeeper. These kinds of errors cannot happen at this level. The debate about United's goalkeeping options is not new. Andre Onana has had his own problems since joining the club. Now Baynder is making mistakes too. This leaves United without a clearly reliable option between the posts. Amorim has publicly backed his goalkeepers, but privately he must be concerned. You cannot build a successful team if you cannot trust your goalkeeper to make basic saves and catches. The Fulham game will be interesting from this perspective. Will Baynder get another chance to prove himself? Or will Amorim make changes to try and solve this problem? The decision could have a big impact on the result. What makes this situation more frustrating is that United have spent huge money on outfield players while neglecting the goalkeeping position. A top-class goalkeeper could transform this team's defensive stability. Until this issue is resolved, United will always be vulnerable to the kind of mistakes that cost them against Arsenal. Clean sheets will be hard to come by if the goalkeeper is making errors. Fulham, the opposition analysis. Fulham should not be underestimated. Marco Silva has done an excellent job building a team that is competitive in the Premier League. They finished well last season and have kept most of their key players. Their strength is in their organization and team spirit. They work hard for each other and make it difficult for opponents to create clear chances. At Craven Cottage, they are especially tough to beat. Aleksandar Mitrovic left the club, but they have found ways to score goals without their former star striker. Their attacking play is based on quick passing and movement rather than relying on one individual. Defensively, Fulham are solid without being spectacular. They defend as a team and rarely give away easy chances. However, they can be vulnerable to pace and direct running, which plays into United's hands. The key battles will be in wide areas. Fulham's fullbacks will need to deal with Mbeumo's pace and directness. If United can win these individual battles, they should create enough chances to win the game. Fulham will also try to frustrate United by slowing the game down and breaking up the rhythm. They know that United's new players are still learning to play together. Disrupting this process could work in Fulham's favor. Set pieces will be crucial. Fulham are dangerous from corners and free kicks, while United have shown they can be vulnerable in these situations. Defending set pieces properly could be the difference between winning and losing. Player spotlight, Benjamin Šeško's big moment. All eyes will be on Benjamin Šeško at Craven Cottage. The young striker is still looking for his first Premier League goal, and this could be the perfect opportunity to get off the mark. Šeško's record in other leagues suggests the goals will come. He scored regularly in Germany and showed he can handle the pressure of playing for a big club. The Premier League is different, but his talent is obvious. What impressed most about Šeško against Arsenal was his patience and positioning. He did not panic when chances did not fall his way immediately. Instead, he kept making the right runs and putting himself in good positions. This kind of mentality is exactly what United need from their striker. Too many players get frustrated when things do not go their way early in games. Šeško showed maturity beyond his years by staying focused and ready. His aerial ability will be crucial against Fulham. United's wide players like to deliver crosses into the box, and Šeško gives them a target who can win headers and create chances from high balls. The prediction that he will score his first goal against Fulham makes sense for several reasons. Fulham's defense will be tested by United's pace and movement. If chances fall Šeško's way, his finishing ability should see him convert at least one. Getting that first goal would be huge for Šeško's confidence and for United as a whole. It would prove that the new attacking system is working and give everyone belief that bigger things are possible this season. Mbeumo and Cunha, the supporting cast. While Šeško might get the headlines if he scores, the performances of Mbeumo and Cunha will be just as important for United's chances of winning. Mbeumo's role is to stretch Fulham's defense and create space for his teammates. His pace means Fulham's right-back will have to stay deep to avoid being caught out. This creates room for United's midfielders to get forward and support attacks. The prediction that Mbeumo will get an assist makes perfect sense. His crossing ability is excellent and he loves to set up teammates with through balls and cutbacks. If Šeško is going to score, there is a good chance Mbeumo will provide the assist. Cunha's job is more subtle but equally important. His movement and passing will help United keep possession and build attacks patiently. Against Arsenal, his link-up play was one of the most encouraging aspects of United's performance. The chemistry between these three players is still developing, but the potential is obvious. They have different strengths that complement each other perfectly. Once they understand each other's games completely, they could be devastating. Tactical matchup: how the game will be won. The tactical battle between Amorim and Silva will be fascinating to watch. Both managers have clear ideas about how they want their teams to play. United will look to press high and win the ball quickly. Their front three will work together to put pressure on Fulham's defenders and force mistakes. If this pressing works, United should create several good chances. Fulham will try to play around United's press with quick, short passes. They will look to find space behind United's attacking players and hit them on the counterattack. This is where United's defensive discipline will be tested. The wide areas will be crucial. United's pace could cause Fulham problems, but they need to be careful not to leave gaps for Fulham to exploit. The fullbacks will need to balance attacking and defending perfectly. Set pieces could decide the game. Both teams have threats from corners and free kicks, but both have also shown defensive weaknesses in these situations. The team that defends set pieces better might well win the match. Predictions from the experts. The predictions for this game are interesting and give us insight into how experts view both teams. Sportsboom tips United to win because of their attacking quality. This makes sense given the talent United have brought in during the transfer window. On paper, their front three should be too strong for Fulham's defense. Ladbrokes predicts a 2-1 win for United with Šeško scoring his first goal. This prediction reflects the belief that United's attack will click while their defense remains slightly vulnerable. The Opta supercomputer gives United a 45.3% chance of winning, compared to 27.8% for Fulham and 26.9% for a draw. These odds suggest United are favorites but not overwhelming ones. What all these predictions have in common is the belief that United have enough quality to win the game. However, they also suggest it will not be easy and Fulham will make them work hard for the victory. The importance of this result for United's season. This game means more to United than just 3 points in the table. It is about showing character after disappointment and proving that the new signings were worthwhile investments. A good performance and result would give United momentum heading into their next fixtures. It would show that the Arsenal defeat was just a minor setback rather than a sign of deeper problems. More importantly, it would give the new players confidence in their ability to succeed at United. Šeško especially needs that first goal to settle his nerves and show he belongs at this level. For Amorim, a positive result would validate his tactical approach and team selection. It would prove that his methods can work in the Premier League and give him credibility with players and fans. On the other hand, another disappointing result would raise serious questions about United's transfer strategy and Amorim's ability to get the best from his players. The pressure would increase significantly. What United fans should expect. United fans should go into this game with cautious optimism. The signs from the Arsenal match were encouraging despite the result. The new players showed they have the ability to hurt opponents. Expect United to dominate possession and create several good chances. The front three should cause Fulham problems with their pace and movement. If they take their chances, United should win comfortably. However, fans should also be prepared for some defensive nerves. Until the goalkeeping situation is resolved and the defense settles, United will always be vulnerable to individual mistakes. The key is patience. These new players need time to gel and understand each other's games. Even if they do not click immediately, the potential is clearly there for something special to develop. The Fulham challenge. Why this won't be easy. Fulham will not make things easy for United. They have experienced Premier League players who know how to frustrate bigger teams and make games scrappy when necessary. Their home record is generally good, and Craven Cottage can be a difficult place for visiting teams. The atmosphere will be hostile and the pitch is smaller than some, which could disrupt United's rhythm. Silva will have studied United's performance against Arsenal carefully. He will have identified weaknesses to exploit and will set his team up to take advantage of any defensive mistakes. Fulham also have nothing to lose. They are not expected to win, so they can play with freedom and take risks. This kind of mentality can make them dangerous opponents. Key battles that will decide the match. Several individual battles across the pitch will determine the outcome of this game. Mbeumo versus Fulham's right-back will be crucial. If Mbeumo can get the better of this matchup consistently, United will create chances down the left side all game long. Šeško's battle with Fulham's centre-backs will also be important. His physical presence and aerial ability should give him advantages, but he needs to be clinical when chances fall his way. In midfield, United need to control the tempo and not allow Fulham to dictate the pace of the game. Quick, decisive passing will be essential to break down Fulham's defensive structure. Defensively, United's goalkeeper and centre-backs must deal with Fulham's set pieces without making the kind of mistakes that cost them against Arsenal. The prediction: why United will edge this one. Taking everything into account, United should have enough quality to win this game. Their attacking options are superior to Fulham's defensive resources, and the new signings are ready to make their mark. Šeško will be desperate to score his first goal, and Fulham's defense will struggle to contain United's pace and movement. Mbeumo's directness should create multiple chances throughout the game. The predicted scoreline of Fulham 1-2 United seems realistic. United will create enough chances to score twice, but their defensive issues mean Fulham will probably find the net once. Šeško opening his account makes perfect sense. He has been working hard to get his first goal, and this could be the game where everything clicks for him. His finishing ability is too good for him to go much longer without scoring. Mbeumo getting an assist also seems likely. His crossing and through balls should provide service for Šeško and the other attacking players. He is the type of player who makes things happen for teammates. What this result would mean: a 2-1 win away from home would be exactly what United need right now. It would show they can respond to setbacks with improved performances and better results. More importantly, it would prove that Amorim's attacking system can work in the Premier League. The combination of Mbeumo, Cunha, and Šeško would finally show why United invested so heavily in these three players. For the fans, it would provide the kind of entertaining, attacking football they have been craving for years. Goals, assists, and exciting play would return to Old Trafford when the team comes home. The confidence boost from a good away win would be massive for everyone connected with the club. Players, manager, and supporters would all feel more optimistic about what this season could bring. Looking ahead, building momentum. If United can get the result they need at Fulham, it sets them up perfectly for their next run of fixtures. Momentum in football is crucial, and one good performance often leads to another. The key will be building on whatever happens at Craven Cottage. Whether United win, lose, or draw, they must learn from the experience and use it to improve their next performance. For the new signings especially, every game is a chance to settle into their roles and build understanding with their teammates. The more they play together, the better they will become. Amorim will be looking for signs of progress in every aspect of United's play. Attack, defense, and midfield all need to show improvement if United are going to achieve their goals this season. Final thoughts. A defining moment awaits. As Sunday approaches, United stand at a crossroads. They can either show they have learned from the Arsenal defeat and moved forward, or they can demonstrate that their problems run deeper than one bad result. The ingredients for success are all there: talented new players, an ambitious manager, and supporters desperate to see their team succeed again. Now it is time to put these ingredients together and create something special. Fulham will be tough opponents, but United's quality should shine through if they perform to their potential. The new front three have the ability to trouble any defense in the Premier League. Most importantly, this game represents United's chance to show they are serious about competing at the highest level again. No more excuses, no more settling for mediocrity. Time to deliver when it matters. Conclusion. Ready for redemption. As we wrap up this comprehensive preview of United's trip to Fulham, one thing becomes crystal clear. This is United's moment to show what they are really made of under Ruben Amorim. The Arsenal defeat hurt, but it also provided valuable lessons about what needs to improve. The defensive mistakes cannot happen again. The goalkeeping situation needs addressing. But the attacking potential we saw gives real reasons for optimism. Mbeumo, Cunha, and Šeško have the talent to transform United's fortunes. Against Fulham, they have the perfect opportunity to show why United invested so heavily in bringing them to Old Trafford. From our analysis here at United News, we believe United will get the result they need. The quality is there, the motivation is obvious, and the tactical setup should create enough chances to win the game. Šeško will get his first goal. Mbeumo will provide the spark from wide positions. Cunha will knit everything together with his intelligent play. And United will take a big step toward the kind of season their fans have been dreaming about. Remember, when you want the most accurate and insightful coverage of Manchester United, United News is your first stop. We do not just give you match predictions. We give you the tactical analysis, player insights, and expert opinions that help you understand your team better. Keep following our coverage throughout the weekend. We will have team news, last-minute updates, and post-match analysis that you will not find anywhere else. Because at United News, we are not just reporting on United, we are living and breathing every moment with you. This is more than just another game. This is United's chance for redemption. This is where the new era under Amorim truly begins. And this is where United News will be right there with you, bringing you every detail that matters. Stay tuned, stay informed, and stay united. The best is yet to come, and we will be here to cover every step of the journey. Together we stand, together we support, and together we celebrate when United show the world what they can really achieve. Until the final whistle blows at Craven Cottage, trust United News to keep you ahead of the game. Because when it comes to Manchester United, we are not just your news source. We are your United family.